This is the Porsche 911 Cup replica display by Grid that was manufactured to bring you the most realistic dashboard sim racers have ever seen. And it made me speechless. For fact, multiple times. I counted 7. So let's talk about that and see if the DDU10, which is the name of the display, is worth your money or not. A 10.3-inch LCD screen, a resolution of 920 by 720, 60Hz refresh rate and an official Porsche license. The DDU10 from Grid by SimLab is one of the most beautiful dashboards ever created to decorate your sim rig with. As a veteran sim racer, you know this dash is from the 992 Porsche GT3 Cup and basically in every game imaginable. And it looks just like the real deal. Built out of 100% aluminum framing without any plastics whatsoever and a tough cookie glass that's supposed to resist scratches with ease. I managed to get one small here in the bottom. Now you can see it. Yeah, not my proudest moment, but other than that, it's not easy to get one in.
What did he say?
But yeah, let's talk about the connectivity first before we move on to my personal experience driving with it. And it comes with all the necessary cables. It has an USB cable to connect to your PC. It comes with a separate power supply. And of course, there's also an HDMI cable in the box to connect to your computer, because the display actually is just a regular old monitor, just like this one or this one or this one. Or, no, I don't have so many monitors. And yes, you can play Dark Souls on this. Darn, this is hard. And here comes my first head scratcher. The first moment I was lost for words. The placement of the connectors. Everything is crammed down in the bottom right. And it's so close together to each other that if you're not plugging in the cables before mounting the thing, it's almost impossible to fiddle the cables into the connectors. There's just no space. Connect first and then mount to your rig. Trust me, guys. And speaking of mounting, let's talk about my speechless moments number 2 and 3. The DDU10 is compatible with a lot of wheelbases, but not with mine. As you guys know, I'm using currently the Moza R9 wheelbase, which is a phenomenal small form factor direct drive wheelbase that I don't want to miss ever again. But sadly, not compatible with the Porsche Cup display, which is why I had to get out of my basement my old Fanatec CSL Elite to get it mounted to. But hey, before you buy, you can check the list. It's now on the screen. Just check out if your wheelbase is compatible with it, or you will have to build your own solution. I don't know. It's not the biggest problem. The other thing rather is that this display, the DDU10, the Porsche Cup replica display, is a huge boy. And if you're running a single screen, a single monitor, and not a huge TV or a big triple screen setup, this will block roughly 25 to 30% of your whole screen. And sure, you can adjust your monitor and raise it up a bit so that the bottom part of your screen is freed up again, but then you will sit like this all the time, which is really bad for your ergonomics, right? So keep that in mind before purchasing one of those. In-game, this is not really an issue, as most of the time it blocks the in-game shown car dashboard, so no worries for driving. Then it's totally fine. But if you're using your rig also for productivity, chatting with friends over Discord or stuff like that, or playing anything else, this will be a problem for sure. Come on, come on. No, 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 don't die. Oh, no, it's not what it looks like. I can't see a thing with the display in front of me, other than the like and subscribe button, of course. And ring the bell for mobile notifications. And don't miss out on any new uploads. After the DDU10 is mounted and ready to go, is where the fun begins. The display is huge. It refreshes data at an instant and has a clarity to it I've never seen before in a sim racing dashboard. That too made me speechless. Driving is a lot of fun with the replica display, does it allow you to fully disable all HUD elements in the game, and it immerses you then even more into the driving itself. Just keep in mind that the display is run with third-party software with SimHub, which a lot of you sim racers out there already use, but if you're unfamiliar, you will need to buy a license for SimHub, which is roughly €6 to get the full refresh rate out of your display. Otherwise, Grid provides two really good profiles for the dash and for the LED strips on the top and the sides, and it works like a charm. But still, calling the setup process plug and play is a bit far-stretched and will need some tinkering and some fiddling if you're not 100% this PC geek pro admin like many others are in this gaming genre. So, let's come to my final moment that made me speechless with the Porsche Cup replica display. And this is the price tag, of course. €600 if you want to buy this puppy new. And I'm honest with you guys, I'm not sure how to feel about that. On the one side, it's fun and really immersive to have a real piece of racing equipment mounted to your rig. And on the other hand, it's just a regular, smaller display you have mounted to your rig. You could have used your phone or a tablet or build your own stuff, I don't know. Although I think it would be really difficult to build something with this kind of quality. So yeah, me personally, I can do without it because everything that's shown on the display can be displayed with HUD elements, and they are more than enough for me, especially with the blocking the display and having to look up if you adjust the height. That were issues for me, which is why the Porsche Cup display is not staying mounted to my rig. But if you are building an ultimate racing simulator, if you use a really huge TV screen or big triples, this is a game changer, really, because you won't need any HUD elements. It immerses you immensely into the action. It can be worth the price. And if you have the money, let's be honest, this thing makes a statement. Also making quite a splash were the SimiCube active pedals at the ADAC Simracing Expo I visited at the end of last year. The first pedals with force feedback. Really great pedals. If you want to check out that video, you can find it attached here. But that's it from me today. Thank you so much for tuning in and see you next time around. Cheers!